So good morning, good evening, everyone. My YouTube viewer over the internet. Thank you if you've been able to keep up with the video tutorials until now. So today we shall be able to look at a very interesting thing, which is career opportunities in cloud computing. I know most of you have been wondering like what the careers opportunity that I'd want to do in cloud computing. So people have been wondering if someone does this job, does it mean he's doing cloud computing? Or if someone does another job, does it mean he's doing with cloud computing? You'll come to notice that cloud computing is everywhere. Most of us are interacting with the modules of cloud computing, things to do with software as a service, infrastructure as a service, software as a service. You're either interacting with it in one way or another, be it being a user or be it being a service provider. Yeah, so most things over the internet are developed into cloud develop into cloud. So today we shall be able to look at what are the careers opportunities in cloud computing. So the careers opportunities that can be able to get into cloud computing, and I do not mean these are the only one. Of course there are more careers opportunity in cloud computing. Yeah, so you can be able to also go check a list of them in cloud computing. If you want to know the basic salary or the salaries of these cloud computing careers, you can be able to look at companies known as Glassware. They can be able to show you an example of the basic salary that you'll be able to expect in this cloud computing. If you want to know where you need to be hired for you to be able to to practice these careers, you can be able to Google independent of your country, because I believe different countries have different companies, so and have different starting salaries that they can be able to follow up. So the first career is cloud architecture. The cloud architecture responsibility include designing and implementing of cloud architecture solution. The second one will be a DevOps engineer. So DevOps focus on collaboration between development, operations, emphasizing on automation and continuous delivery. This is where you'll be able to see things to do with CI/CD platform. You'll be able to see things to do with Jenkins. You'll be able to see things to do with Azure pipelines. Yeah, so it's everything here is like an that's why I was telling you, like cloud architecture or cloud is just like a big thing on its on cloud computing. It does not just come as one service. It comes as multiple service in one. That's why there are many careers opportunity in cloud service, in cloud in computing. So, and the third one would be cloud developer. So what the cloud developer does, creates application optimized for cloud development, cloud environment. This can be an application developer. They can be able to be a desktop developer, Android developer. They can be able to be a web developer, or they can be able to be an with IoT development. All those things, so long as they are hosted into cloud, then that's a career in cloud computing. So the fourth one is cloud engineer. Cloud engineer is involved in deployment and maintenance of cloud infrastructure. Another one is cloud security engineer, who specializes in securing cloud environment, including data protection, identity management, and compliance. Another thing will be cloud data engineer. These are people who deal with who manage and analyze large sets of data in the cloud. So there are so many careers opportunity in cloud computing, like an actuarial. They can be able to use things to do with the cloud, so they become actuarials in the cloud, which is a career in the cloud computing. There are people who do legal framework to maintain things to do with the data in the cloud, how data is passed on through the cloud, so they act as legal parties for different companies. So that is also something they need to develop. So they'll find a way that they will need also to learn skills to do with the cloud computing, for them to be able to know how data is transferred digitally from one point to another. So there's another career. There are so many careers that you can be able to find in cloud computing. So in one way or another, you found that in this life you are using cloud computing resources and services in one way or another. So my advice would be you try to learn more about cloud computing. So in the next lecture, we shall try to look at Azure Cloud. So we shall start with Azure Cloud. We see what Azure Cloud offer. We see elements of Azure Cloud. We see the architectural of Azure Cloud. We shall see things to do with Azure AD. We shall things to do with resource groups. We shall see things to do with DevOps. We shall go deep into DevOps so that you see what DevOps offer. We shall also try to see to create some example application in DevOps. We can be able to deploy one application in DevOps. We shall also try to see how the statisticians can be able to use Azure Fabric, things to do with MS Fabric. We can see how the business will be able to perform ETLs with things to do with the data factory, Azure Data Factory, so that they can either extract, transform, and update and load the data, or ELT, extract, load, and transform the data. So all those we shall be able to see. I shall also be able to see things to do with databases. What databases can we find in Azure Cloud? So we shall be able to see those databases, and we shall be able to see how to use them and how to connect with them. If you need things to do with them, maybe you want to do things with dockerizations, we shall be able to see services such as ACR, which is Azure Container Registry. We shall be able to see monitoring tools in Azure, things to do with Prometheus, things to do with Azure monitors, alert monitor, if you want to do log analytics, we shall be able to know things to do with log analytics in Azure, log analytic workspace, which will be able to guide us on how we shall be able to handle logs in Azure. So you're seeing this topic is getting more interesting and interesting and interesting. And remember, I usually advise people the best way for you to go is to have enough knowledge. With a lot of data, that means you have a lot of knowledge on whatever is going on. That means you can be able to make some predefined solution on whatever solution you want to make in life. So please like, comment, and share. My name is Thomas, software engineer from Kenya. So if you like my videos, please like, comment, and share. And if you've reached to this point, thumbs up. That means you are really interested in cloud computing. Stay along so that you can be able now to deep dive into cloud service provider one by one. We shall start with Azure Cloud. We go to AWS. We go to Google Cloud, and so that you can be able to see, and then in the end we shall compare why do people choose Azure Cloud over Google Cloud, why do people use Google Cloud over Azure Cloud. We shall be able to see what CDNs in cloud. We shall be able to see also things to do with third-party service provider, things to do with cPanels, how you can be able to replicate your servers so that you can be able to sell your servers. I know people come here because they also need to make money, and I'm your plug. I'll be able to help you to make money in cloud computing. So once again, my name is Thomas, software engineer from Kenya. See you. Goodbye.